G'day folks, Rod from My Water Filter here today, and we're having a chat with Wayne from Grander Australia. And Wayne, everybody knows that I'm one of the world's worst gardeners, and I saw the bacterial wilt in the tomato video there a fair while back, and I guess from watching that I see that a lot of Australians have got little veggie gardens in their backyard and stuff like that. The water quality is no good. You know, we get people buying fluoride removal filters and all sorts of stuff for their veggie gardens. But after watching the bacterial wilt video, maybe a better way around it for gardeners would be to start applying Grander water to their home gardens, their home veggie gardens.
No, without a doubt. Grander water on vegetables and plants, high nitrogen plants, especially silver beet, lettuces, cabbages and those sorts of things. And again, tomatoes, because tomatoes are very susceptible to all sorts of bugs, and it's really quite incredible. My father-in-law basically had a string of tomato plants along underneath his balcony, and he used to just throw Grander water over it out of the kitchen, and those tomatoes would grow like never before.
Right.
And his neighbour was out there every day, pesticides, herbicides, fertilisers and everything else. Every year he got bacterial wilt.
Yeah.
And the old boy,
Is that right?
His tomatoes were perfect, and he never even touched them.
Right.
No fertilisers, no nothing.
Right.
Now that's a story that's repeated time and time again.
Yeah, right.
With people around the country,
Yep.
and just growing their own backyard gardens. And I've got to say, quite often people are putting their house unit on due to their gardening interests.
Yeah.
You know, they want to protect their garden. They don't want chlorinated water on their garden and things like that. But it has a huge effect, because basically the bacteria video that you refer to is quite amazing.
Yes, it is.
Because basically it's unheard of.
Yeah.
Literally unheard of.
Yeah.
Because you can't get rid of bacteria wilt in 3 years.
Yep.
We got rid of it in 7 days.
Yeah.
And if anybody wants to talk to me about it, they can argue and they can talk to the people. But the simple matter is that bacterial wilt was anaerobic bacteria.
Right.
We gave it an environment that they didn't want to live in.
Yep.
They want anaerobic conditions compared.
Really?
So it's a true story and a very significant story. But we would like to say to people that until you're growing vegetables, even if you get our simple devices like the board and put cut flowers on it. How many stories have you heard about that?
Hundreds, absolutely. Longer lasting, etc.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I hear you.
And it's all about this aerobic, anaerobic type situation.
So even people in Australia, just backyard gardeners growing a few veggies and herbs, etc. for themselves, if they change to Grander water, less diseases, less herbicides, pesticides, stuff like that they need to use on the products, they'll save money. They've got a better product. It's healthier for them. It's just a circle, isn't it? Just round and round.
It really is.
Yeah.
And when you saw what we did with worms and worm farming, we did a few worm farmings and we doubled the castings and those sorts of things. Proves that you know, worms are living in a better environment. They don't like chemicals.
I'll bet they don't.
No.
I'll bet.
And so that's where the worms help very greatly with the soil and conditioning the soil. And so it's more of a natural situation, isn't it?
Unreal. Wow, there you go folks. Let's get those gardens pumping and get some decent veggies in you, eh? So that's my thought on that, is just try some Grander. Start off small if you've got some doubts, and just get some herbs going in the kitchen, etc., and use a small Grander device and get some confidence going, and from there you can shoot up. And even all the big veggie growers around the country, if you want greater yields and you don't want your sprinklers blocking up and all that sort of stuff, have a look at some Grander, because you will be amazed at the difference that it makes. Good luck.